My name is Dan Harris. I'm an anchor at ABC News for Nightline and the weekend edition of Good Morning America, and I wrote a book called 10% Happier. I always thought meditation, also known as mindfulness practice, was for people who live in a yurt or collect crystals. As it turns out, there's all this science that says it can boost your immune system, reduce your blood pressure, and rewire key parts of your brain. And when I learned about that, that really got me over the hump and allowed me to get started with mindfulness practice. When I first started getting into meditation, I went to the bookstore to buy books on meditation, and everything had like a picture of the Buddha on the cover and talked about opening the heart and opening the mind and finding a path to happiness and all of this. You know, there were lots of pictures of stacked rocks, and you could kind of hear a pan flute in the background of everything you were reading in this area. And it struck me that there are very few people who are talking about it in a way that can relate to somebody who was raised in the age of irony. In my view, there's one big thing that needs to happen in order for mindfulness to reach a broader audience, which is we need to have ambassadors who talk about it in a new way. We need to have people who don't use terms like sacred space and the goddess mother and who collect crystals and listen to Cat Stevens a lot. We need people who can talk about it in a normal way that regular everyday people can relate to. It's a zoo in here. And I think we got to be honest about that. Once in a while, maybe we need to use a little profane language, and I think that will reach a much broader audience. That's not to say that the people who have brought meditation to the West haven't done great and, in my opinion, truly heroic things by finding a language that relates to a lot of people. But now we're at a new stage, I believe. The science has shown that this can truly have a revolutionary impact on the brain. At least it's strongly suggestive of that. And I think we need a new generation of ambassadors. And personally, I think people like Congressman Tim Ryan are perfect, you know, who can talk about this in a way. You know, he's, to me, sort of an avatar of normalcy. He's a big beer-drinking, backslapping former quarterback from the Rust Belt, and that's what we need out there.